initial impression of the president's death?
Well, it came so quickly to me. It was handed to me in Chicago at O'Hare yesterday when I landed from Phoenix on my way here to Muncie. I just didn't believe it at first. And later on, when we were airborne again, it was confirmed. And I was extremely shocked. The President and I were personal friends, had been personal friends during the years we served in the Senate. He was ranking member of the Labor Committee under the chairman, and I was ranking minority member. And we worked very closely. But both Mrs. Goldwater and I are extremely shocked to lose a friend like that, and shocked to think that the world has to lose a young leader at a time like this and in a way like that.
Do you feel that Mr. Kennedy's death will affect the standing of America at all the world over?
No, I don't think so. I have confidence in Lyndon Johnson, and I think now is a time that'll test Americans, all faiths in both parties. We must give this man our full cooperation and our prayers and work with him. And let's see the kind of president that he will be. He certainly has the training, he has the instincts, he has the ability. I think we must now as a nation unite behind him and help him all we can and go the usual course of helping a president, of being critical when it's needed and helpful when that's needed.
Sir, have you contacted any of the Kennedy family as of yet?
Well, not by telephone. That would be impossible. I've wired them, and that's as far as I can go at the moment.
Does the untimely death of Mr. Kennedy, sir, present any complications for you in the future at all?
No complications other than the complications of the loss of a president, complications that all the people will suffer, and the complications that the loss of a friend causes. But as far as plans or anything, it doesn't alter anything.
Does it affect any political potentialities for you?
No, not that I can see.
Sir, will you be in Washington for the president's funeral tomorrow?
I'm not quite sure of the schedule yet. I just talked to the office and they're getting it lined up. If the funeral is tomorrow, I'll certainly be there. If it's the next day, I'll be there. I think it's Monday. I think tomorrow the body lies in state in the Capitol.
But you will be in Washington tomorrow?
Oh, yes.
Senator, what is your purpose for being in Muncie, Indiana?
Well, my mother-in-law, Mrs. Johnson, passed away in Phoenix Tuesday, and the funeral is this afternoon. So as soon as the funeral is over, I intend to fly back to Washington.
Sir, on this day after, is there any one particular thing about the man, Jack Kennedy, that will stand in your mind that you remember about him?
Well, he was a very decent fellow. He was a gentleman. He's the kind of an antagonist that I've always enjoyed. He would fight like a wildcat for his points and his principles, but there was never anything personal about it. I imagine that I've debated the president more on the floor of the Senate than any other man, and it never affected our friendship. We had some rather violent arguments in sessions of committee. It never affected our friendship. That's the kind of a man that you respect. It's the kind of a man you like to work with in politics. I think that would be his manliness, the bigness of him. That's encompassed by what I've been saying.